and you can see me, and I see that I will speak in English partly and partly in Hebrew, so people will understand both languages. So it's I think it's my first time to present myself as a translator. So it's new for me. And first of all, I want to say to all the invite people that come and they speak, I want to say Shana Tova. It's a new year in Israel. It's starting next week. And I say a happy new year to everybody from the Jewish in Israel. So shalom. I thank everybody that come to be with us for this happy year that I had and a happy year that I will have. And first of all, I want to say that this is a special event for the book of the poet Agron Shelle, and for Jeton Kelemanti, that I was also translating his poems. And also I have this is my 3 collections books for this year. It's my work. It's my special work that I did this year. And I want to present, this is my special book with Aslihan Sifgur from Turkey. And it's our romance to do this book after I met her in Athens. And this is Jeton. Jeton, this is the book that I was preparing a year before I met Jeton. This one I met before, but it came after. And then this is the Jeton book. It's called in Hebrew, Ha'ava Motzet Atzma B'chol Makom. It means love can find itself everywhere. So this is the poet book, translation from English to Hebrew. He's from Kosovo, and he will speak after. I will give everybody the challenge to speak. And this is the book of Agron, my dear friend, Agron Requiem Lesתיו. And this is the painting of Rachel Toker Shines, and this is the cover of the book, is a work of Jeton, and this book is a work of Aslihan and Christopher Boudin. So it's all art, and we are doing art event, and we are doing we're breaking the possibility of our life, and I welcome Balfour, I welcome Tzipi, I welcome everybody, and everybody will talk by the list that I was making. And Shana Tova. And you heard the music when you came in, the music of Rachel, that he is my friend, my best friend, and she was presenting Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. And now I want to ask, you can אתם יכולים להפריע לי באמצע, תעשו מה שאתם רוצים, באמצע, תיכנסו, תגידו לי משהו, it's okay. I said that you can interpret me in the middle and you say to me something, because I can, I was dreaming in my afternoon that I will not let anybody to talk. So you can say anything while the...
Happy New Year.
Yes. So I want to ask... my friend Orly Ophir Moskuna to read a short poem for this book that we are משה, תסתום את הדבר הזה. She will read a special poem that is called The Eyes of My Mother. This is the poem of Agron. Please, she will read it in Hebrew. אורלי, תפתחי את המיקרופון. Okay.
Thank you.
לא, סגרת את זה.
Invitation. אמרה של אמא. מבעד לערפל, אף אחד לא יכול להביט. בכל זאת דמעות. זה לא קל הבוקר, שיגרום לפרח לזרוח. אבל נער משתלט, ונאספים בין הענפים, אל הנשמה. יחד, לידה אבודה. וזה בין האפר הנטוע, גמגום אינסופי, של קמטים בעיניים, מסתכלת על העולם הנצחי, שתתקרב כמה שיותר לבנה. תודה.
Thank you. This is a touching point for Agron. He's looking at his mother and he's writing a poem about the longing of a mother that longed to her son that is far from her. It's a beautiful poem, and I thank you, Orly. And I want to invite now, because, you know, Jeton is here and Balfour is here, it's my best friend, and Balfour was writing the prologue for the book of Jeton Kelemandi, and also he's going to speak about a special poem of Agron. He will speak about the poem, Don't Ask a Poet, and also he say few words about the book of Jeton. Please, Balfour.
I wrote the prologue to the book of Jeton, and also I published my article in this newspaper. I am the editor of this newspaper, and the poem of Agron is also in this newspaper. I want to read this poem of Agron. I'll read it in Hebrew. אינך יכול לעבור לזמן אחר, ז'טון קלמנדי. אני מטייל בזמן בעקבות שבילי דמיון, משאלות רבות עוטפות מחשבותיי. איני מוצא דלת פתוחה לזמן אחר, דלת שתיקח אותי למקום אחר, שבו ארצה לאהוב קצת יותר וישי זמן רב. לא הייתי רוח צפונית, הייתי נושף מעל עמקים ופסגות, בליל אפיל עצי אלון וקובעי פליז כאחד, הייתי משנה את הזמן, שיהיה לזמן שונה, אפתח דלתות לתקווה, ואמלא ציפייה לתקופה טובה יותר. לא הייתי קרן אור של שמש, לצוואר היפה ביותר בעיר, הייתי שוכב עם האור איזה חמימות, קריצה מסחת מעין אוהבת. אצבעות חופרות בשיער פרוע, זה יהיה השיח, אבל אי אפשר פשוט לעבור לזמן אחר. הלוואי הייתי זה שאינו עוזב לזמן אחר, אבל לעזאזל. אני מי שאני כותב נשכח אחרון שיוותר בזמן אחר. האופן שבו נשמרים חפצי ערך בניגוד לימינו, אוכלים בסעודה עליזה. איש אינו יכול לצאת לזמן אחר. המתרגם כמובן שושנה בג. האם לומר משהו על המאמר שלי?
אתה יכול להגיד כמה משפטים, אבל אם אתה יכול להגיד אותם באנגלית שג'טון יבין, אתה יכול להגיד איזשהו משהו באנגלית?
ברור.
Okay. Also, Daniel can help us because Daniel also is here and he was translating your
yes, I called my prologue. Pleasure. The time traveler wishes for a different time, and I wrote that his new poetry book, time find itself everywhere. That was translated by Hanaveg. Opening a door for the Hebrew language reader. His journey through time is riddled with challenge and test of courage, since his desire is to challenge time itself. Over the course of the typical lifetime.
Balfour, I think it's very difficult to hear something that you're reading, and I think that maybe you say something spontaneously about it and emphasize the book, how it influenced on you.
I think that Jeton Clemendi searching in his poetry, the meaning in the process beginning, in narrow alley, it slowly opens up. He wants to create a new time, different time he wants to create.
Okay, what Balfour was reading, he was reading
time out of time.
Yes, and how to move from one time to time, the problematic. Do you want to say something? Who is going to be from the guest, Jeton or Agron? Do you want to say something before we continue?
Yes, if it's possible. Can you hear everyone?
Yes, we hear.
Yeah. First, let me thank you and congratulate you for the wonderful organization, for the book you have translated and published. I would like to thank a lot my good friend Zippy, my Belfior, who wrote a wonderful Belfior's excellent text. Maybe I don't merit that, but always I am deeply grateful for what he wrote. My other friend Daniel, and to everyone. So I have my books are translated in more than 40 languages, but I can say sure. My book in Hebrew made me the most happy because I love Hebrew and Hebrew culture, Hebrew language. My people had the similarity lucky with Hebrew, and my family, 50% of my family lives in the United States and in Western Europe, even more than 50%. So we have an excellent relation with the Jewish people. So this touches me, and I feel, however, I don't understand what our friend Belfios read in Hebrew, but I feel deeply it's something touchable. So this is just a short to be thankful to you, and I hope soon to have any kind of festival, whatever. I would love to be in Israel and to visit a magnificent country and culture in Israel. So always happy to collaborate. And I translated your book. I will finish soon and publish Daniel's book. I will do also Belfios, and I have translated 2 books of our dear friend Ernesto. As we have this year is decided the World Congress of Poets in Rome, in Malta, and in Athens in Greece. In the boat for next year, I will suggest some more of you to take part in the World Congress of Poets. Will be the 43rd, because 42nd is this year.
You're coming to the boat, Jeton? You are coming to the boat because me and Zmira are going to the boat. You're going to come to the Congress?
Yes, we will meet, definitely.
Because Daniel also is coming. Daniel and Zmira, we are going to the boat. So when we meet, oh, nice. Nice.
Yes, very happy to meet.
Sorry that Ernesto is not coming. Is not good.
But we will do for next year, for Zippy, for all what possible and what it depends to me. I will suggest for the next year, which will be in Taiwan.
Lovely. I thank you. And I think that Balfour was preparing another poem for Agron. So I want that you read the poems for Agron, Balfour.
Thanks so much.
Thank you a lot, Jeton. The poem that he was chosen the poem Never Ask a Poet. Yes. You will read it in Hebrew.
I sent it to Shoshana and Agron, and it was published on Facebook. So I tried to say some words of this article. Why not ask a poet? You should not understand a poet, right? To understand his life, understand life, but often does not understand himself. A poet writes, and in his eyes, this is enough for him. And if you are asking questions about what he writes, it may turn out that he does not understand your question because he does not understand his life. It's danger to ask a poet. You meet a poet, and this is a danger. A poet, from the outset, constantly connects half-paths that are disconnect from each other. Through writing, he must connect the half-paths, and only then do they become a path. Only then do they acquire meaning. Only then do the lines he writes acquire meaning. If you ask him about his half-paths, even before he has found his creative way to connect them, the path will remain fragmented and separate from each other, and the poem will not be completed. The paths that have not yet connected, There is fear that they will never be connected. It's a danger to ask a poet, the poem will not be written. Here's the danger in this poem is very great. The poet writes his poem when he's in the dark. And only when the poem is revealed to him, do his eyes begin to sparkle, then glimmers of light to the darkness. Give him all hope that he is alive. Without the creation, without this creation, he feels darkness, and perhaps he does not live at all.
אותך, בלפור, יש איזה בעיה עם
מה?
המיקרופון. קשה לשמוע אותך, בעיה עם המיקרופון שלך קצת.
כן, אז מה לעשות?
טוב, אוקיי.
לדבר יותר לאט.
אני אומר להם משפט סיום.
לדבר יותר לאט.
משפט סיום, כן.
The poet writes to bring love. Only in his creation does he know how to express his love. If you ask him questions when he creates, you will lose everything. Only by his silence and creation does the poet turn the world into a rainbow full of colors. Only in his creation do we see the glow of innocent spirits. The gods then sit on their seats forever. If you interfere with poet's act, the rainbow of colors will be broken, the beautiful seasons will be lost, and the gods will fall forever. This is the law. Do not ask poet when he's writing.
I want to ask Dr. Zmira Poran Tzion to say she wants to say something about a very beautiful poem. Zmira.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? Shana Tova to everybody. I would like to begin in English and then in Hebrew. The poet that I choose, it's Like an Apple. I think that this poem is very, very special because when we see a poetry, the best word in the best order, we can see that poetry comes from the soul of the human being, and it have a very special way to touch people all over the world. Even you don't understand the language, you feel like Jeton said. I began in Hebrew and then passed to English, and I said some words about the poet. כמו תפוח, כמה זה מתוק וכל כך מלא צער. איך זה קדוש אבל דוחף אותך לחטוא. נשאר כמו להבה שטורפת את עיניך. מספיק לראות את זה. כל הזיכרון נעלם. פרי מואר בלהבות, היד המתפתה נמשכת לעבירה, שם, בעדן, נשיכת הפולחן, גורלם של בני התמותה, הטירוף של חווה, פירוק אדם. שוב האדום בוער, שוב האדום הבוער, של לב מבוהל, מתיחות האצבעות, נוגעות, רועדות, קריאת המכשפה שעבדה ביער, השלגיה השקטה שמחכה בחלומות בהקיץ, ואז עץ פורח מגיע באביב, גל העונה המפליג עם הרוח, חיבוק הוא הגביע היחיד על הכתר, הזוהר האחרון, המושרש בתפוח. Okay, the apple in the beginning story of the human being is with Eve and Adam, and there is a big story for all the cultures about the beginning of the world. Also, there is the apple in the legends of the children, the poison apple. So we have two apples, one the poison apple and one the apple of the paradise, Eden. I think this poet dealing with love and borders in the life of the human being. Okay. In English, it seems like very, very nice translation. Thank you, my friend Shoshana. How is it sweet and so full of sorrow? How is it scared but pushes you to sin? Stays like flame that devours your eyes, enough to see it, all memory is gone. Fruit lit in flames, the tempt hand, oblong of transgression there in Eden, the bite of the worship, fate of the mortales, the madness of Eve, dissolution of Adam. Again, the flaming red of the adult heart, the stretch of the fingers, touching, trembling, the call of the witch lost in the forest, the silent Snow White waiting in daydreams. Then a blossoming tree coming in spring, the wave of the season sailing with the wind. Embrace is the only trophy on the crown, the last reticence roots in the apple.
תשימו לב, אם if we be, פשוט זה מראה לי שזה תכף נגמר הזמן, אז אם if we flew upon the Zoom, come back again, because it can be finished. It gave me
we are not going anywhere.
Yes, so if it finished, come back again to the same link, because this is my link to the computer.
I would like to say 2 or 4 words about this poem. You see there's 4 verses. The 3 verses are about the red, because when you see the poetry is painting with word and music with word. Painting with word and music with word. 3. זה עכשיו זה? נפרדים?
לא, זה נראה לי.
יצחק מדבר, חשבתי שהוא אומר שנפרדים. 3 verses as about the painting. We will see the picture. One picture is red flames and a lot of sorrow and sin and witches and beating. Everything is very bad and very hard. But the last verse is the hope, because in the last verse we see the hope of the human being, because the embrace, when some men and women, women and women, men and men touch each other, something will be better in the world. Like an apple, it says, we are all life, we have temptations. We have things that we have to touch ourselves, but if we are not brave, nothing will happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we have, I see that we have 6 minutes and so, but I want to continue. I told you, if something happened, you can return. Now is Tzipi Weiner. No, before I want to ask Ashley. Ashley, she will speak in English. She was chosen. Ashley, can you speak? And
hello.
Finish? Yes, Ashley.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good, perfect. So I'm not going to read any poems right now. Just say hello, right? Okay. Hello to everyone. I'm so happy to be with you today. It's a privilege for me, and thank you, Shoshana, and also Agron, so much. That I'm honored to be with you today. You're all very precious people. And I also thank you for carrying on this Zoom in English, because I could only understand it this way. Probably it's your kindness. It's your kindness to do it in English. Thank you. Shoshana, would you like me to read any poems?
Yes,
right
I think
now,
you can read. We have now left 5. Yes, you can read one of the. Give me one night, maybe you read this. Or
okay, give me one night.
Okay.
Now,
or the theater.
Okay,
you choose now.
Okay, I chose 2 poems. Agron, first of all, I would like to say that They are really great. To be able to choose any poem among them, I had to read all of them, and I adored all of them. And while you are reading the poems, actually, I felt like in Turkish, if someone speaks melodically, like a music, we say that you are speaking like a poem. So I don't, unfortunately, understand Hebrew. But as soon as we became friends with Shoshana and I started to translate her poems into Turkish, I really thought that if only I could speak or understand Hebrew. When you read the poems in Hebrew, for example, I feel like you are speaking like a poem in Turkish. That's the idiom. So it sounds so nice, and I really want to, I wish I could understand Hebrew. Anyway, okay, so I chose 2 poems, and these 2 poems affected me deeply, and Give Me One Night is one of them. It's just, I'll cut it short. It's like a cry of a lover, and well, hope you enjoy while listening to my reading. Please. Okay. I'm not so used to doing such things. Shoshana knows. Okay. Give me one night. Please give me one night from your eternity so I can finally rest in peace. So I can stalk you forever while you dream. I'll be dead, gone forever. Please give me one moment, my only wish, so I'll know I lived for one reason. For your hidden eyes, lost in shadow, full of sadness, I beg you, open your heart, give me your pain, give me your tears. Please, let me hide beneath your loosened hair, to forget my sorrows and join your pain. I found my place in this crazy world, and it is next to you. The only reason why I did not feel worthless. Please, let me follow the paths that lead to your frozen heart, a mysterious, quiet place. But our time has passed, as my wrinkles are showing, and you are becoming nothing more than an extinct star. So thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Aslihan. And I love you.
If you want, I read this poem in Netherlands, original. If you want, I read this poem in Netherlands, original.
Yes, I think that you can read this poem after the break. I have only 2 minutes, but if the poem is ready, you can read it. It's ready? You can read it now? Yes. And we have just 2 minutes left, and then we return again. Okay? So, so if you prepare when I open it again, you prepare. So somebody want to say something now before we go off? Maybe Tzipi Weiner will say something before, and then we return.
I just want to say that your reading, Aslia, was amazing, and the poem was great. So I don't know if you said I've never done it before, but it was very moving.
Well, I've never done it before either. Really? You know, this is the first time I'm reading a poem before some people, and such precious people who are into poetry that much. And I am all day long. I was so excited, to be honest. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So Shoshana, I think I will start when we will return. Yes. But also to say that I will talk about me, the theater. So
it's great.
It's both of us that like that.
Yes, I think that in a minute we go off of this Zoom and return after, and then after we have Daniel Rebach, Rafael Avardi, and also I have a surprise from my friend Rachel. She was making a surprise she took one of the poems of Agron and made the music for the song, and I will show it after. And I think it will go on soon. It go off soon. Now it give me 1 minute, and
you can just leave